Comers. Good to have you guys. Just relax and have fun, right? All right. So I am not here tomorrow, and Chach could not fill in. He had another class happening. So tomorrow, what they're going to do is show a video up on the screen, and Kim's going to walk you through the video while you're doing. I think it's Kim, maybe Amanda. I think Kim will be here to walk you kind of through the video. So that'll be happening tomorrow, and then next week, as Scott said, I'm taking a vacation, so. Chats will be here next Thursday and Friday. Okay? And then I'll be back whatever day that is, 9th, 10th, 11th, 11th. Okay? Any questions about that at all? Pardon me?
Try one of your best students.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure which one Kim is going to use, but yeah, you can talk to her about which one to use. Okay. Mention something to Kim. I'm sure she's open. So where I'm going, I have no cell service. Yes, thank you. So taking the right hand, making a fist, representing power. Taking the left hand, fingers together, representing friendship. Tucking in the thumb, representing humility. Fist into the palm. Welcome. It's good to see everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, we're going to start off with some deep breathing exercises. So from the Wuji position, feet shoulder, hip distance apart. Nice gentle bend in the knees. This activates the leg muscles. Tucking in the pelvis, head lifted by the silk thread. So I have good straight body posture in this direction and also good straight body posture in this direction. All right? I'm going to move your chairs just a little bit forward for you, all right? So you have something to hold on. No, leave that chair where it is. So now you have something to hold on to. Beautiful. Thanks. All right. So standing in that Wuji position, nice gentle bend in the knees. We're going to start by breathing from the belly. So inhale the hands up and exhale, relax the hands down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nice and slow. Push the arms in front of us next. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, relax the hands down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Pause for just a second. So you're saying that the classes I teach now are not as good as the classes I used to teach? Is that what you're saying? Just joking. Because each class should be getting better and better, right? Thanks. Arms over the head next. Inhale to the heart and exhale. It only took me 5 minutes to discover that. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. As we exhale, push up on the hands, down on the feet simultaneously. Inhale and exhale. Arms to the side. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Fingertips up, push out on the palms. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. One more time to the side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Giving a big hug. Inhale the arms up. Keep inhaling as you open the arms up. Exhale, pushing the hands together. Keep exhaling as you float the hands down. So we're taking a big, deep belly breath in and long, slow breath out. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Nice and slow. Arms in the diagonals. I'll be mirroring you. Inhale to the heart. Left hand up, right hand down. Exhale. Inhale to the heart. Now reverse that. Right up, left down. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keep that upper body nice and straight. Make sure you're not leaning. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to the heart. Pause for just a second. Make sure that you're not shifting your weight. Your weight should stay 50-50 when you do this, all right? Left up, right down. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to the heart. Exhale. Relax the hands down. Float the hands down. Flap the arms like bird wings. Big, deep belly breath in. And long, slow breath out. Keep looking straight ahead as you do this. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And lastly, gathering chi. Big, deep belly breath in. And then long, slow breath out, bringing the hands right down the center line. That's looking awesome. Two more times. Big, deep belly breath in. And long, slow breath out. Inhale. And exhale. There you go. That's our deep breathing exercises. Everyone good? Is there anybody who's not breathing? Go ahead. Yoga will tell you to do different variations. The Chinese tell you to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. So a lot of the when we inhale through the nose, we get a lot of the filtering through the nose, which is one of the big reasons about it. That's a really good question. The Chinese tell us first to kind of think linearly. So you inhale through the nose into the belly, out through the mouth. But you start to make that into a circle. So as you inhale up into the top of your head, then down your back into your belly, and then out of your belly through your mouth. All right. It is also found, some people have found, so if you want to get really deep into the breathing, I have like whole books on breathing. So you can get really, really deep into it. But one of the methods that the Chinese tell you is if this is the roof of your mouth and this is your tongue, you lay your tongue gently on the roof of your mouth behind your teeth. So you're not sticking the tongue out over the teeth, but you lay the tongue on the roof of the mouth. So in the Chinese world of traditional medicine, there are different meridians that run through our body and different vessels that run through our body. And so when we lay the tongue on the roof of the mouth, we are connecting the governing vessel, as they call it, and the conception vessel together as you lay the tongue. And actually, Steve has found some success doing that. So that's still the case? All right. But it's not Steve. Sorry, Lou. Sorry. Too many names. Sorry. My apologies, sir. So that you don't have to get my name right till I get your name right. So Anyway, deep breathing is one of the best things I can teach you. It's a really good way to relax the body and kind of calm the body down. Okay. Like if somebody gets your name wrong, you can like calm the body down after that. All right. All right. So go ahead, shake those legs loose. We're going to do warm up exercises next. Lou. All right. So standing in that Wuji position, we're going to do 12. They got the troublemakers over here, don't they? Yeah. That's why this is packed. They got the troublemakers here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, all the same. Okay. So then I can't stand like this and do it. All right. Chin tuck. Wuji position. Floating the hands up, shoulder height. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin while looking straight ahead. Keep the chin level. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and then we sink the chin down to the chest without leaning forward. Again, we float the hands up in front of us, keep the chin level, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and we sink the chin down to the chest. One more time, floating the hands up in front of us, tucking in the chin while looking straight ahead. Keep that chin level. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and we sink the chin down to the chest. Beautiful. Next neck exercise, we're going to look side to side. Try to not move the shoulders, returning, looking over the left shoulder and looking over the right shoulder. Concentrate on the neck first, worry about the hands second, okay? So, prayer hand position, Tai Chi ball, right hand is on top. Watching the left hand going over the left shoulder, looking left, pushing down on the right. And we come back to center. Now the left hand is on top. Left hand is on top. Watching the right hand going over the right shoulder, looking right, pushing down on the left. And we come back to center. Right hand's on top. Watching the left hand going over the left shoulder, looking left, pushing down right. Turn that neck, feel that stretch. And then we come back to center. Now the left hand is on top. Left hand's on top. Watching the right hand going over the right shoulder, looking right, pushing down on the left. And we come back to center. Beautiful. One more time. Right hand's on top. Watching the left hand going over the left shoulder, turning the neck, feeling the stretch. Don't force the neck. Nice and gentle. We come back to center. Now the left hand is on, that would be the left hand is on top, watching the right hand going over the right shoulder, looking right, pushing down on the left. And then we come back to center, back to prayer hands, relax the hands down. The only thing harder than doing Tai Chi is to try and do it backwards. Just saying. Forward shoulder circles next. Keep the waist nice and still. So shoulders back, then up, then forward without leaning forward and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Try and keep the hands down at the sides, shoulders back, and then up, forward, and down. Now reverse. Shoulders forward, and then up, then back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. One more time. Forward, up, back, and down. Awesome. Next exercise for our shoulders, gathering chi. Imagine someone is very gently pulling on your wrists so your arms aren't just out here and doing this, but you're reaching out. The Chinese call it reaching for infinity. So as you're reaching out, you're going to feel stretch in your shoulder and your elbow. You even start to feel a stretch in your chest and your back, okay? So gathering chi once again, gently reaching out, reaching up, opening, expanding the body, and then relax the hands down. Gently reaching out, reaching up, and relax the hands down. One more time, gently reaching out, reaching up, nice and slow, and relax the hands down. Beautiful. Onto the lower spine, touching heaven and earth. So imagine there is a silk thread attached to the top of your head, also attached to the ceiling, and someone is kind of gently pulling on that silk thread. So you feel this nice stretch in your back. You feel all those joints of the spinal cord start to open and expand. This is a good way to stretch the body vertically, okay? So we start out in the prayer hand position. Left hand up, right hand down, floating the head gently towards the ceiling. And then we come back to center. Keep looking straight ahead as you do this. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And we come back to center. Pause for 1 second. Relax the hands down. So as you're doing this exercise, we want to concentrate on, well, 3 things simultaneously if you can, right? So imagine that silk thread is gently floating your head towards the ceiling. While we're doing this, make sure that you're looking straight ahead. So I'm not looking up at the ceiling, I'm looking straight ahead and floating that head towards the ceiling, okay? Other thing we want to work on is our hand is gently curved kind of over the head. So my hand is directly above my head. So I'm not reaching for the ceiling like this. This induces strain in the shoulder. This is nice and gentle. And I'll tell you about this in a minute. So, all right. So from prayer hand position, left hand up, right hand down, stretching the spine. And we come back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, curling the arm gently over the head, stretching the spine. Good job. Back to center. Left hand up, right hand down, stretching the spine. And we come back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And we come back to center, back to prayer hands. Relax the hands down. Beautiful. When you're bringing that hand over your head, you're not trying to block your vision or anything. You're keeping that hand kind of above the head. It's a great way to protect the head. And in fact, you get to remind me. Remember Linda's story from Tuesday? So I'm going to tell that, yeah, but let's do our other 2 more exercises. And you're going to help remind me, right? So keeping the hips square to the front, all right? So I'm not moving my hips, but I'm turning my belly button from the left to the right without moving the hips, okay? It helps my wife, and she's a lot smarter than I am, it helps my wife to think as you rotate the upper body, someone's kind of gently pushing back on the opposite hip, and that kind of stabilizes the hip, all right? Also, make sure that you're not leaning from one side to the other. You're rotating one side to the other, not leaning. Okay? Always, always, always keep that good posture. Okay? So, prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Left hand's on top. Gently turn to the left. Not turning the hips, turning the upper body. Good job. Turning the ball over, right hand's on top, then gently sweep to the right. Stay on the right side, turn the ball over, left hand's on top, gently turn to the left. Stay on the left side as you turn the ball over, right hand's on top, and then gently sweep to the right. Turning the ball over, left hand's on top, gently turning to the left, and then turning the ball over, right hand's on top, and gently turn to the right. Turning the ball over, pause here for just a second. Check where your elbow is, that upper elbow. You want to try and carry that up. So we're not carrying our arm down here. You want to do this. This actually engages some of the back muscles when you do this, all right? Not trying to wrench your shoulder or anything. Keep the shoulder nice and relaxed. Then gently sweep to the left. Turning the ball over, right hand's on top. Think of where that elbow is, and then gently sweep back to the right. Nice. And then we turn the ball over. We come back to center, back to prayer hands, and relax the hands down. Awesome. Give those legs a shake. I didn't say a walk. Gotcha. You know how to adjust the blinds, right? On the left side. Yep. There you go. Yeah, it makes it hard when it glares directly in your eyes. So, all right. So we're going to do a leg strengthening exercise. I'll do it when they sit down, so you don't, I won't make them stand and listen to me. Good reminder, though. So when we're doing this, I want everyone to use their chairs. I want you to stay safe. Keep a bend in your knee and keep the body straight. So as I do this, in this instance, my left leg, I'm keeping a bend in the left knee and I'm keeping the body straight. So I'm not leaning out. I'm not pronating the hip out. Okay. So weight shifts to the left, bend in the left knee. All the weight is on the left. Right foot, cat stance, C-A-T, cat. Tap right toe to the front, empty. And cat stance. Tap right toe to the side, empty. And cat stance. And then tap the right toe behind us. Keep plenty of space between your feet. And cat stance. And then back to Wu Ji. Same thing, other side, weight shifts to the right. Keep that upper body straight. Left cat. Tapping left toe to the front. Try and keep all your weight right. Use your chair. And cat stance. Tap right toe to the side. Empty, no weight. Cat stance. And then tap the left toe behind us. Plenty of space. Good job. And cat stance. And then back to Wu Ji. Awesome. Shake those legs loose. I think we should do chapter 2. I had to skip it last week. I'm going to do it this week. What's that? I'm sorry? Yes, exactly. You, oh, awesome. You fell though? Okay. Well, sorry. But it's a good way to protect the head, isn't it? Exactly. Exactly. Good. Good for you. That's exactly the story I was going to tell. But we'll do chapter 2. Pardon me? When to protect the head? Okay. Yeah. It works, doesn't it? It tears up your arm a little bit, but better than tearing up the head, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's actually the story I'm going to tell. So let's do chapter 2 and then we'll do that. So, all right. So, chapter 2, weight shifts to the left, right foot, cat stance. Tapping right toe to the front, empty. Setting the right foot down without any weight on it. Then I'm going to shift all of the weight to the right. Keep a bend in the right knee. Tap or float left foot. Use your chair. Setting the left foot down, empty. Shifting the weight left, right, cat. Tap right toe to the side, empty. Setting the right foot down without any weight on it. Then you shift all of the weight to the right, tap or float left foot. Setting the left foot down, empty. Shifting the weight left, right, cat. Tapping the right toe behind us, empty. Keep plenty of space between your feet. Keep plenty of space between, there you go. Setting the right foot down, empty. Shifting the weight to the right, keep the back straight, tap or float left foot. Use your chair. Setting the left foot down, empty, shifting the weight left and right, cat. And back to Wu Ji. Make sure you're in between the chairs. Chapter 2, other side, weight shifts to the right, bend in the right knee, left foot, cat. Tapping left toe to the front, empty. Setting the left foot down, but not putting any weight on it. Shifting all of your weight to the left, tap or float right foot. Don't lean, keep that body nice and straight. Setting the right foot down, shifting the weight right and left cat. Tapping left toe to the side, empty. Setting the left foot down, but not putting any weight on it. All your weight should be right. Then you shift your weight left, which allows you to tap or float right foot. Try to not lean, keep that body straight. Setting the right foot down, empty. Shifting the weight right, left cat. And then tapping the left toe behind us, empty. Setting the left foot down, then shift all the weight left, allows you to tap or float right foot. And then setting the right foot down, shifting the weight right and left cat. And back to Wu Ji. Nice. Good job. All right. Questions? That good leg exercise, good balance exercise, isn't it? All right. Let's have a seat. Let's do a few seated exercises. So the story I was going to tell you, was that this week that you, okay. Okay. That's one of the points. That's one of the major points. So good. And that's a story I was going to tell in our Tuesday Parkinson's class that I teach down in Crestwood. There's a lady with Parkinson's disease. She was running late for a doctor's appointment, so she was trying to hurry, and she tripped over her toe and she fell forward. But her muscle memory did this. So she caught herself. She didn't face plant into the concrete. She caught it. She scraped her arms up a little bit, but she protected her head. And that goes back to that exercise where we're touching heaven and earth. That's exactly the same movement you do. And that's why we want to practice this movement, because it becomes part of our muscle memory. So if we get into a crisis situation like a fall, our muscle memory kicks in and protects our head. And so the other point well, number one, keep practicing that, right? Keep practicing that hand kind of gently over the head, protecting that head. But the other point that this story shows is don't rush, right? If you're running late, so be it. You know, if you happen to run late, if that's the worst thing that happens all week, that's okay, right? Obviously, I know everybody here wants to run on time. We're taught, like my father taught me, is like, if you're not 5 minutes ahead of time, you're probably late. However, you got to get the world to run on your time sometime. So part of her falling was the fact she was running late and she was trying to walk really fast and tripped over her foot, which made her even later at that point. All right. So walk a little slower, go a little slower, make sure your steps are good, and always protect your head. Okay? Yes, sir.
2 or 3 weeks ago, you also said you're not trying to do two things at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Just like rushing them at the same result.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, and I see that happen. Some people wear like Apple Watches and everything, and I see some people exercising sometime and reading the Apple Watch. And there was one lady that I saw. She doesn't come to the class anymore, but she was working really hard on her balance and she was using a walker, but every time she looked at her watch, she would lose her balance. So the multitasking thing, you got to keep an eye on that. And so, yeah, rushing around is a multitask too. So, um, try and focus on one thing at a time. Okay. The days of watching TV, doing your paperwork, talking on the phone, and doing a fourth thing are over, right? Stay focused on one thing, right? All right. Questions about that? All right. Oh, I had one dad joke for you also. So, you guys heard the joke last week that I told about if there was a tornado touching down in Texas, everybody would go to Cowboy Stadium because there wouldn't be a chance for a touchdown there, right? So I told you that one. So you can add Taylor Swift to the people that have gotten a ring before the Cowboys did for the last 30 years. I love that one. Um, there's another one here. Oh, did you hear about the town that legalized pot but banned alcohol? The residents were left high and dry. Um, Travis and Taylor are now engaged. I thought they might date more. It was a swift decision. Boom, boom. All right. Yeah. Pardon me? Yeah, you would think that would be a good time to get engaged. Yeah. All right. So let's do our hip exercise sitting down. All right. So as we do this exercise, we're opening up the leg, but we keep the knee directly above the ankle. All right. So as we're doing this, we're not doing this, we're not doing this, or not doing this, but we're doing this. And the stretch is concentrated here and in the hips. Okay. Um, by the way, when we sit Tai Chi style, we sit up on the edge of the chair, feet flat on the floor, 90-degree bend between the upper and lower leg, kind of rock forward on the pelvis, head lifted by the silk thread, good straight body posture in this direction, and good straight body posture in this direction. Okay? So we're going to turn to the right-hand side of the chair. Starting out in the prayer hand position, concentrate on the legs first, all right? Gently pushing against that imaginary right wall, opening up that left leg, keeping the knee above the ankle, and coming back to center. Pushing against the right wall, opening up the left leg, and we come back to center. Pushing against the right wall, opening up the left leg, keep the knee directly above the ankle, feel the stretch in the hip, and then we come back to center and relax the hands down. Now shift to the left hand side of the chair. Same thing, other side. Prayer hand position. Gently push against the left wall, opening up the right leg. Keep the knee above the ankle. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight and tall, and back to center. Pushing against the left wall, opening up the right leg. Feel that stretch in the hip. We come back to center. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight and tall. One more time. Pushing against the left wall, opening up the right leg, feeling the stretch in the hip. And then we come back to center. Relax the hands down, turn back to center, and shake those legs loose. Kind of tag on what you were saying earlier. You'll notice a lot of the exercises we do incorporate multitasking. Like that neck exercise, you're looking to one side, you're looking at one hand, pushing down on the other hand. That's making both sides of your brain work through that center barrier. That exercise, you're pushing against one wall, opening up the opposite leg. So again, we're teaching the brain to multitask. Um, and they have found, really weird, I don't know how they discovered this, but they found that have you ever opened up the cabinet and something fell out and like hit the countertop or hit the floor? I think we've all had that experience. They have found that people who do Tai Chi, that when something's falling, they're more likely to catch it. I don't know how they studied that, but they actually have found that. They have also found that people who do Tai Chi, if they do fall, they're less likely to fall. That's been well established how good Tai Chi is for balance. But if you fall safer and don't hurt yourself, which is exactly what happened to you as you're protecting the head. Or even like I fell off of a ladder one time, and I didn't fall. I started to fall straight back, but I rolled in midair. Remember that? But I rolled in midair, so I ended up taking the brunt of it on my arm and on my shoulder. But if I had fallen straight back, it could have been much, much worse. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I could have broke the. Well, the doctor looked at me and said, "We've seen people fall from less height who are younger than you that have had, significant injuries." So, although it was funny, the they said I had a fracture in my spine, which I did not. So I went to a spinal doctor, and he looked at the ribs and he looked at the spine, and he's like, "Your spinal process, but that's an old injury." Um, and he said, "So you don't have any breaks, you don't have any fractures in your spine or your ribs." To which I said, "Okay, how come when I cough or breathe real heavy, how come I hurt?" And he said, "Because you're 55 years old and you fell off of a ladder." I was like, "Fair enough."
That's cheating. Cheating his way out of an answer.
Oh, no, well, you can be like 20 years old and fall off of a ladder and probably, be okay the next day. I wasn't. He helped me a lot with his chiropractor. All right, so second hip exercise. We're going to do two motions with the leg. We're going to lift the leg up, pulling the knee to the chest, and then push the foot down like you're trying to drive the foot through the floor. Make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight and tall. It helps to kind of gently lift the head at the same time you lift the knee. Okay? So, sitting up nice and straight and tall, we're going to start with the left leg. I'm lifting the left leg up, hands behind us, keep the body and the back straight and relax. Good job. Now push down on the left foot, sitting up nice and straight and tall. Push down, push, 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 and relax. Lifting the left leg up, hands are behind us. Keep the back and the body straight and relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight and tall. One more time. Picking the left leg up, hands are behind us. Keep the back and the body straight and relax. Hands in front of us, push down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Same thing, other side, lifting the right leg up. Hands are behind us. Lift that knee as high as you're able to and relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Lifting the right leg up, keeping the hands behind us, keep the back straight, and relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. One more time. Make sure you're gently lifting that head, keeping the back straight so you're not crunching like this, but sitting like this. All right? Lifting the right leg up, hands are behind us. Hold this for a half an hour and relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. Good job. All right. Heel kick next. So, four motions when we heel kick. We lift the leg up. We kick the leg out. It's a heel kick. So I push out on the heel, up on the toe. And then I lift the leg back up, hold this position for like 1, 2 count, and then float the foot to the ground. I know you can do this, but you want to come back to do this and then this. Keep the body straight, keep the back straight, punching out that opposite hand if you're able to. Again, going back to the multitasking once again. Okay? Hands loosely gripped at the belt line. And start with the left leg, lifting the left leg up, heel kick left, punching out right fist. Picking up the left leg, pause, and then float the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, heel kick right, punching out left fist, opposite hand. Picking up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Picking up the left leg, heel kick left, punching out right. Picking up the left leg and float the foot to the ground. Make sure you're sitting up straight. Picking up the right leg, heel kick right, punching out left fist, opposite hand. Picking up the right leg, pause, and then float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. So remember, after you kick, you want to come back to this position and hold that position for a moment and then float the foot down. It's really working your core muscles, which are very, very important. Okay? So we're going to do this one more time, sitting up nice and straight and tall, picking up the left leg, heel kick left, punching out right fist, opposite hand, opposite hand, opposite hand. Picking up the left leg, floating the foot to the ground, picking up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out left fist, opposite hand, opposite hand. Picking up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Shake those legs loose. Good job. As you're doing this, as I'm kicking with the left, make sure you're punching with the right, opposite hand, opposite foot, right? Sometimes our brain wants to do this. We want to multitask that brain, okay? All right, so question? Okay, just thumbs up. I wish you'd quit interrupting me. Toe kick next. You're so boisterous back there. Yep. Love it. All right, toe kick. Same thing we just did. Only difference is pointing the toe forward instead of pointing the toe up. Okay? Keep the back straight, keep the body straight. Hands loosely gripped at the belt line. Picking up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Picking up the left leg and then float the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left fist. Picking up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Picking up the left leg, toe kick left, punching out right. Pick up the left leg, let it hover there, float the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left fist, punch out left. Picking up the right leg, let it hover there, and float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. One more time. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. Make your mom proud. Picking up the left leg, toe kick left, punching out right fist. Opposite hand. Picking up the left leg, floating the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, toe kick right, punching out left fist. And then we pick up the right leg and let it hover there, and then float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. Good job. Feel that work your legs? Good exercise. Works your core also. All right, questions about any of those exercises? All right, let's stand up. Let's do a few more. Somebody was messing with my music. Oops, there we go. All right. So, ankle exercises. Use your chair, stay safe. Weight shifts to the right. Bend in the right knee, left foot, touch heel and toe. Heel and toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. You're just making my adrenaline go, right? Heel and toe. Weight shifts to the left, bend in the left knee. Keep the body straight. Make sure you have a bend in that left knee. Right foot, heel and toe. Heel, toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Try to move the ankle, not the leg. Heel and toe. And back to center. Awesome. That is a really good exercise for everybody in this room. You want to keep your ankles flexible. You want to keep your ankles strong, okay? So practice that exercise. It's a simple exercise, but as Dr. Lam says, it's very profound. Did I read the saying about perfection last week? I don't think I did. Here, we'll do this ankle exercise. Weight shifts to the right. Second ankle exercise, touching the little toe, then the big toe. Outside, inside, little toe, and big toe. Then shifting to the left, right foot touching little toe and big toe. Keep that body nice and straight. Make sure you're not leaning. Little toe, big toe, outside, and inside. And then we come back to center. Awesome. Go ahead, shake those legs loose. So there is a one line quote from Dr. Lam that says, here it is, perfection is unobtainable, but through practice, improvement is inevitable. Perfection is unobtainable, but through practice, improvement is inevitable. I like that. Practice makes perfect, right? All right, so forward, backward hip exercise. Weight shifts to the right, bending the right knee. So, I'm sorry, pause 1 second. So, what we're doing in this exercise, tapping the heel in front of us, tapping the toe behind us. Make sure that you have plenty of space between the feet. As you tap the toe behind you, you want to step wide. You want that in your muscle memory, so you're not doing this. All right? Keep the body straight, keep the back straight. So I'm not leaning back and leaning forward as I do this. And finally, everyone in this room, as you transition from heel to toe, yeah, I know you can just swing your leg back and forth, but lift the knee and touch the toe. Lift the knee and touch the heel. All right? We want you in the habit of lifting your knees when you walk. Okay? So now let's weight shift to the right. Keep all of your weight right. Empty left heel, use your chair. And then you're going to lift the knee, empty left toe. Beautiful. All your weight should be on your right, no weight on your left. Lifting the knee, empty on the heel, hands behind us, keeping all the weight right. And then we lift the knee, empty on the toe. Again, keep all your weight on the right. Make sure you're stepping wide as you do this. One more time, we're going to lift the knee, empty on the heel, and lifting the knee empty on the toe. Make sure you're stepping wide when you do that. And then we come back to center. Same thing, other side, weight shifts to the left. Bending the left knee, empty right heel. Hands behind us. We lift the knee as we transition, empty right toe. Make sure you're stepping wide when you do this. Lifting the knee, empty on the heel. Use your chair, stay safe. Lifting the knee, empty on the toe. Make sure you're stepping wide. One more time. Lifting the knee, empty on the heel. Lifting the knee, empty on the toe. Make sure you step wide when you do this. There you go. And then we come back to center. Awesome. Any questions about any of the exercises? We're out of time already. So, time flies when you're having fun, isn't it? So let's do our cool down. Lightly punch or slap the inside of the arm. Pardon me? There you go. Just like fishing, right? Lightly punch or slap inside of the other arm. Then onto the tailbone. And then the legs. Next, we're going to tighten up all the muscles in the body and relax. Tighten up the muscles and relax. Tighten up the muscles and relax. And gather chi 3 times. Big, deep belly breath in and long, slow breath out. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. All right, so Jen is in next teaching kickboxing. Starts in about 10 minutes. I will not be here tomorrow, but you can still come and do video Tai Chi. Being in a community is a nice thing. I would highly recommend that instead of staying home and doing it on a video, do it in community with other people. It works a lot better that way. Chots will take really good care of you next week, and I'll see you the second week in September, all right? Right, thank you. Right hand, fist power, left hand, fingers together, friendship, tucking the thumb, humility, fist into the palm. Good job. Nice job, first timers. Well done. All right. Guys, have a great weekend, all right?